Why would they take away the webcam in 2000 and at the end of 2015? They took it away in the late 2015, going into, I think it was going in 2016. They actually took it away because they said that it was rarely used. That's a damn lie, because people would have loved to use the older version of YouTube. Now, I've been doing several videos about this over the last few years and the last several months and months ago. And I'm still doing videos about it. I'm telling you, it's all boiling back down to, at the end of the day, when I come to the end of whatever, as old as time get, I just simply just miss there will never be a version like the older version, like Google Hangouts. I miss that. It's like I'm so lonely for it. You know what I'm saying? And YouTube make they thing all about money, and they don't care. They just update and change stuff. There's nothing wrong with updating stuff, but why would you get rid of the original? Under no circumstances, the older version, the original, should never be gotten rid of. When they turn around and saving saving documents on crimes and people committing crimes, they keep track of that, don't they? They don't never take that off the map. You can go and look up stuff from 1907 probably on YouTube, 1929. They probably got stuff that they got out there since they had World War. All this type of, you probably can go back in the 1920s and find stuff on YouTube, crimes and stuff that they got on records and stuff that they have actually got on still to this very day, right now. That you can go and look up records and you can find things, because they, think about it, they punish you for crimes. If you are wanted for a crime back in 1921, and here we are living in a new century, they will turn around and no matter how long it's been, they will still try to punish you for them crimes. You see what I'm saying? They will still try to punish you for them crimes. Just like, okay, well, since I'm gonna have to put this on my biblical channel, because this is where it's gonna lead to. I didn't intend for it to go here, but I'm gonna have to take it here. The so-called white man, they change stuff so much. They will punish a so-called black person for a crime that was committed back in 1929. You did some, just like they did that man, I believe his name was Troy Davison. I think they executed that man probably back in 2014. I can't even remember now. And that was a crime that he committed back in the, probably in the, before the 50s. Probably during the 50s or during the early 60s or something. And in the early 2000s, I think they punished that man, just not punishing that man in the early 2000s for that same thing. The white man is very wicked, man. The so-called white man is very wicked. They wicked and demonic as hell. There is nobody on this planet that is more demonic than the so-called white man. And I've been saying it every day. I really say it. Matter of fact, ever since my channel kicked off, my very first channel on YouTube in 2013, I started talking about this, and still is to this in this very era. Yeah, man. The white man. There is nobody on this planet, no other nation of people that can beat the so-called white man being wicked. I don't care how wicked you are as any other nation. There is nobody on the planet that will outdo the so-called white man. That's one. Now we better at anything on the planet. We are way better at what, you know what I'm saying? We are better at at doing like stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're we're way better at doing it. We can cook. We dominate the earth physically. We physically more stronger. We physically everything you name it, we dominate. We're more dominant. Now, when it comes to we good at anything, we anything we set our mind to, we can do it. You know what I'm saying? Anything, no matter what it is, whatever we set our mind to, we can do it. But the so-called white man, everything that they learned, they got it from our people. They got it from us. You know, everything that they have learned, our ancestors taught them. But since they in control of the world, because we broke God's commandments, therefore we being served on a platter by them, and they give us what they want on that platter. But there is no other nation of people that can beat the so-called white man in being wicked. Nobody. That's one thing that the so-called white man can beat us in: evil, demonic, and wickedness. That's the only thing that's the only place they got us at. They got us beat. That's the only place they got us beat. No other area, in any other area, we can beat them. We dominate them. That's why they have to have guns. They have to have tanks, military, tanks and bombs and all. They have to have all of that. But at the end of the day, that's the only place they got us beat. That's the only place where they got us beat in being wicked. The white man is good at they better at being wicked than so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The only thing we good at is being easily identified as being chosen, being the meekest people on the planet when it comes to spirituality and godliness. No matter how much we ain't good at hiding it. I mean, our people ain't good at doing that. They can recognize, see, there you go right there, you know, stuff like that. But they are the number one. They can beat you in wickedness. If they can't, if the so-called white man ain't good at nothing else, and white woman and child, if they ain't good at nothing else, know of a surety that it's wickedness and evil toward the so-called blacks, African Americans, and Hispanics and Native American people. That's the only thing where you can acknowledge that and give them credit. No, should I say use that word, give them credit? No. I would say acknowledge how evil they is. They good at that wickedness now. I'm gonna tell you that now. They damn good at wickedness, doing wickedness and evil. They good at keeping the resources from blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. When it comes to income and all of that, when it comes down to government loans, all that type of stuff, they ain't gonna play it fair with you. You boxing with them on that, you're gonna lose. Because when it comes down to being just, fair, loving, and kindness to the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, our people, they do a horrible job. They do a horrible job at putting you in a black man in prison over a false accusation. Yep, over rape charges. Everything. Anything a so-called white woman says, they good at that. Matter of fact, they ain't got to even, she don't even have to prove that he did it. All they got to do is speak the words. And there you go. A case. A false case. That's the only thing that the so-called white man is good at, is being wicked. They ain't good at nothing else. They good at wicked. All right, Mingo. They damn show is good at wickedness. Very good. I want to make sure I emphasize that, put some emphasis on that. They are damn good at wickedness. Why can't they be good at with the resources of our people? But they get to live better. They live in better communities. They get to live in better communities. Everything. Definitely. But we live in the worst of the worst. We got to walk where we have to go. Of course, I've been doing it all my life anyway, but ask yourself this question. Y'all sit up and talk about, oh, all white folks ain't like that. All of them ain't like that. You got some good ones and you got some evil, you got them this and that and the third. All right, I want to ask, in the last couple of decades of years, or maybe 5 or 10 years now, what have they done to reverse the evil that they have done? How many communities have you seen the so-called demonic police, so-called police officers went into the African-American community and said, we supplying y'all with cars, brand new cars, and the food, whatever it is that you need, we got you. How many communities, how many YouTube channels have they made and said, we're going to support the African, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives of America and fill our community back up and give them back what they deserve? How many videos of those? You can't even Google up a video, so-called thousands of people at the so-called slave department. And I love to call it the slave department because that's what the fuck it is. It ain't no damn police department, whatever the hell that means. I don't even know what the hell that means. The slave department, the captured slave for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans as slaves. You don't see now, you can't Google up not one video and see where they going in and went into our community within the last 5 to 10 years and made sure that our people was good and they didn't have nothing else to worry about no more. How many of them so-called demonic officers did that? The Caucasian ones. If they really concerned, all they do is ride around up in there and look for something negative to arrest a so-called black person. Coming and driving in our hood. Now, they don't notice now. Why they never go in their hood and do that? They always coming in the worst parts of the hood. They living good. They living like they living in the fucking, like they living in the Garden of Eden. But they want to come in our neighborhood, but they put our people in it. Their ancestors is the reason why we're in this condition. And they are repeating the patterns and those demonic curses of their ancestors. It is the reason why that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the real Jews according to the Bible, is still in that situation. But y'all want to walk around here and say all of them are not like that. Where's the mercy when a so-called black man get out here and drive with no goddamn driver's license, no insurance, none of that shit in their cars and stuff like that there? Then they pulling them over, taking their cars, put them in silver bracelets, y'all know what that means, and sending them into slavery, in this modern day slavery, which is called jail or prison. Where is the mercy if all of them are not like that? Look at a lot of our black men that then got out of prison. How many of them are making videos saying these people is helping our community now? They don't shoot us down they don't shoot our people down in the streets no more. Where those videos at? To where thousands and millions of so-called Hispanics and blacks and Native Americans, our people, is saying, you know what? This world is turning out to be a better place now. They not doing this, they respected us because they really realize that we are the chosen ones or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They not doing it no more. I ain't seen that one of those videos. We still in the same condition as we was 50 years ago and before 50 years ago. In 1920s, we still, and even in this so-called 2024, it haven't gotten any better yet. It's still the same or worse. But y'all want to sit up here and holler, oh, all of them are not like that. Well, where is the help of our people at then? Where's our educated men who were slow learners and was in special ed? And where is the receipts of how many people, thousands and millions of people that had learning disabilities were helped by the so-called white men? Since y'all want to sit up here and holler, that all of them are not like that. Matter of fact, I got another one. Where is the outcry for those who can't afford medical or health insurance or whatever? We don't take that, but we still having mercy upon taking people who has dental problems, who has teeth hurting and all that kind of stuff, but they being denied because they don't have or qualified because they don't have a fucking ID or none of that shit. None of that. So-called white man, it's your fucking fault. Yes, that's why we blame that's why we blame the enemy for these things, because they are the reason why that we are in these conditions right now. Where's the outcry for that? We still in the same condition as we was in all the so-called white people. All of them is responsible for us being in the condition that we're in. Yes, they are. I'm talking about all the ones that control the government. Yes, y'all are in control of that. Y'all responsible for that. Y'all responsible for these high prices, and our people getting little food stamps and stuff like that. $100, $200. That $200 is just like $2. That is not enough financial income, resources of food. Is to help families that have children, and even the single parents who's living by themselves, and single fathers and things of that nature. That is not enough. It's to help our community. It's not. So y'all not doing y'all's job as the government. And then look, that's why Esau is responsible for all these prices that's going up, everything. The Bible said their soul that is within them is not upright. I'm going to find the scripture when I get home. And then you wonder why we call this man the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, because they are deceiving. Plus, pushing that image across the globe, deceiving people into believing that blonde-haired, blue-eyed man is God. That he's God, knowing damn well that ain't God. And then want to deceive you with an image, then want to give you, strip you of your resources, know that they ancestors stripped you of their resources and refuse to give it back. All the resources that the so-called white people have, I don't care if they in Australia, because they colonized Australia too. They colonized all them countries. The Vietnamese, they colonized and went all over the world, took everybody's resources, and know that their ancestors put them in this condition by rape, rob, and murder. And that's why people celebrate Thanksgiving and the 4th of July. Y'all don't realize that the 4th of July, meaning the lie that they put out there, They telling you plainly that it's a lie. When they say 4th of June, Jul, I think it's July, July, or whatever, they telling you it's a lie that we created. And they're actually telling you, but they put it out there in so many words to let you know, hey, we lying to you about this here. You falling alive. Now, if you can't catch on to it, that's on that they really saying, hey, that's on you. They lying to you. Thanks killing. I love to say thanks killing. All of that. You see what I'm saying? They telling you the reason why you celebrate that we killed your people. Now the so-called white men know all of this, that they people have done these things to our people and refuse to give us, our people, their resources back. They refuse to let the resources go and give our people, give us our resources back. They refuse to do that. They want to keep it and hold on to it. They know it's wrong. They know what's going on. They just don't come to the forefront. Now, and then they want to talk about God bless it. What God? It ain't the God of Israel. It's that blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil that's going around here killing our people. But they want to talk about God bless them. The Most High says in what's that scripture? In Psalm, I think it's Psalm 50, verse 16. What hast thou to do with my holy covenant, and to take thy holy covenant in thy mouth? How in the world you gonna y'all gonna take Christ's covenant, Christ's commandment in y'all's mouth? And the laws wasn't even given to y'all. Yeah, you can't. What kind of stuff is that? You believe God bless America, but our people been struggling and suffering for rape, robbing, murder. That y'all people been shooting and killing our people down in the streets and stuff. And expect for us as a media to look at, oh, well, just because one so-called white person do something good, then y'all want to sit up and say, oh, all of them are not like that. Be nice to them. Don't do all of that. No, that they still wicked as hell. At the end of the day, when you leave out that store, you still got, as they helping you and doing those things, they still got so-called white people out here evil and ready to stop and pull a so-called black man over. That has nothing to do with them or whether they hearts. They still Caucasian. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and upload this. Get it out.